Hey everybody, welcome back. We found out 4 wins, or winning with 4 squad members only, definitely doable. You know, you get a llama, you get a seal, you start popping. 3, let's save that for a rainy day. It's snowing today, that's a little different. So we're gonna try the no reroll challenge. I'm gonna go on pay to win. And in the early game, it's pretty simple. You just, literally I was about to hit the button. In the early game, it's simple, you just don't sweat it. We'll be the disgruntled scallywags. How does that sound? I really think, I don't know, like I don't have a strategy for the no reroll challenge. I think that the strategy maybe is like, yeah, that's a loss, that's fine. Don't be so precious about what you buy, just make sure you maximize like the utility that you can get. Like for example, here, you could buy an apple. I think we get more stats though if we buy a beaver, maybe combine a mosquito. Don't worry so much about an apple. Right now, if we lose this round, we lose this round. We don't have a whole lot of control over, you know, whether or not... Well, actually, I was going to say we don't have control over whether or not we're going to win, but we are going to win because we're going up against Duck Horse. So they might win later, but for now, I'm feeling pretty good. Okay, remember, no rerolls. So what we got in the shop, we got to stick with. Who's sticking around? What a question. Ha ha! What a question. To be honest, I like the idea of having a tabby cat. Because for 3 gold, we can give a wide buff. Not that good most of the time, but like pretty good right now. So I'm going to do a sell. It's not what you don't want to see, but that's okay. We'll buy. I'm going to buy. I think we might have to accept that we should. This is bad order, by the way, but we might have to accept that a rat is kind of an interesting get for us here. So let's sell. You could be a 4/4. Let's do. Hear me out, okay? Let's buy a rat. It's just like it's a kind of an efficient way for us to get stats. That's why I kind of like it. Let's feed you so that you also give everybody a nice buff. And we'll keep the pig frozen. Admittedly, a frozen pig is kind of like dangerous because it does take up a space in our shop. But we got to be very, you know, particular about the way that we play this one out. We're going to win this round, so that feels pretty good. Remember, we're going for 10. We're trying to go the whole way. This is really nice, actually, because this will give us 1 extra thing in our shop. That's a high efficiency unit, man. So I would definitely feel okay about selling a mosquito. We go to 5 gold. Freeze a pill to kill this ant next turn and make some space. And we will roll, perhaps, a hatching chick rat. There is no reroll available. Recall, there is no reroll available. So we could sell something, buy a bee or something, but you got to be careful with what you feed the tabby cat. So like this is not super efficient, but you got to keep in mind, given the conditions available to us, it might be as efficient as we could reasonably expect. Basically, the turtle could not have been a worse get for us from that spider, but it's okay. Life goes on. Now we have a snail. What an interesting world we live in here. Let's pill an ant. Sure. Can't be too picky. Let's buy a snail. I hate to do it. But of these, let's buy a shrimp. And actually, I think maybe you need to steal the buffs here. And then, no, because you're going to have a cupcake. Yeah. All right. So, I mean, this squad, we might keep you just because going up a level always gives us 1 more thing in the shop. But this squad is not that bad. And there's a little copium involved there. Please, just... Okay, thank God. All we needed to do to have a great chance of winning this was get through their kangaroo. So we're at 3 wins, and this is looking okay. Not amazing, necessarily, but certainly okay. Something has to go. And I think it'll probably be our rat. I like that. We will purchase a swan for the extra... Although the extra gold mechanic is not worth that much. I kind of regret immediately what I did here. You know what? I'm going to give it back. At least we capture a small amount of upside. Then I will buy a blowfish, garlic. This could be the kind of thing that really, and we're doing cupcake kicker so that we get one more, you know, buff on everybody for the small price of 3 gold. But there's something to this. Like, I'm not suggesting it's set in stone that we're gonna win, because I think that's kind of ridiculous. But we're getting some serious value out of the blowfish for sure, especially with the hatching chick backing us up. Let's try to get even more value. And I'm gonna sell the pig. Is risky. I'm going to purchase. It's a tough one, man. Friend summoned. Give it +2/+2 when not in battle. I guess I'm going to buy a flamingo and then just kill it dead. And I guess I'm going to buy a hedgehog and then sell it. I mean, I guess we could have done that with the lobster instead, so our hedgehog could stick around, maybe trigger our blowfish multiple times. But I'm like okay with this. I think I'm gonna feed you. We should have had you come out here actually first, but and we'll leave it like this. Certainly the squad is not scaling at the rate that you would expect it to have to scale. Just putting it realistically. But hey, oh look, we lose that one, but well, that took the wind out of my sails a bit. I'm not gonna lie. I think we got an easy play here at least. We'll still keep trying to feed you. We will can. We can't roll. In my brain, I was like, let's just re-roll. Can't do that. Can't be done. You know what? 4-2. There's always a part of me that says, like, what if you just sent a hedgehog out there right off the bat? And you know what? If it's truly horrible, then we'll just sell it and get a little gold back next turn. That couldn't have gone better, all things considered. I still don't see how we're cutting through any of these other animals here. And we're going to be on lethal. So this week, we kind of stalled out in the mid-game where we always seem to stall out. But maybe, just maybe, there's a way out of this. What about, let's just be honest. You had your chance, and you didn't fail. That's fine. We need a rhino that gets buffed by a hatching chick, and then gets some garlic armor. And then I'm going to sell my shrimp, and I'm going to just place a swan out there. Just aim for a miracle swan. Or skunk, sorry. Miracle skunk. Could make the difference. Could allow the rhino to start popping. Like, I'm looking at this. I'm not too scared by, like, what I see, to be honest with you. That's nice. Hey, look at this. Look at this. It's going off. Nice buffs. Nice buffs. How about one of those? 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 And then we actually pick up a win. Okay. How do we keep this moving is the interesting question. Dude, I think we actually kind of have to fit a seal in here. Maybe instead of the blowfish for now. I know it seems like we should feed the tabby cat so the buffs get scattered. I don't believe that. Quite frankly. Feed you. Feed you. And there is a part of me that is like, you know what? As crazy as it might seem, I'm going to sell our tabby cat to play a deer. I like that it's 5/5. It's probably not going to make a huge difference, but it's pretty bad. It's, you know, I'm just going to be honest. I think we would have lost this one no matter what. I mean, we're playing up against somebody that won't even put their account name out there because they're rolling monkey, dodo, rooster, tiger, hippo, which is, you know, I get it. Like, some people haven't played 500 hours of this game. They just want to win. For those of us trying to have a little bit of fun, it's a little toxic, but that's okay. So we're not re-rolling. We'll be the desolate we'll be the fussy sausages. How about that? I still think that there's a way forward for us. I think it requires a little bit of luck. I also think early game wins are of the most extreme importance, but we don't have control over whether we win round one. It's all up to the shop. Give me this for a sell. I really like where we find ourselves here. We don't need a bee because we got a cricket, which is kind of a bee in and of itself. The beaver will be a nice sell. We're going to get a level up next turn, which means we're going to be able to get one extra thing out of our shop. Love it. Love it. Love it. We can't lose. Look at that. Okay, 2 wins. Just keep that momentum. Roll that momentum forwards. What do we like? We like this. That seems like a really good, like, no-roll challenge option. So I have no problems with this. I honestly kind of like a sell. Takes us to 11. Let's do a buy, which will buff everything in the shop. Let's buy a buffed swan. Let's freeze the cricket, and let's buy a blowfish. I like this. I think this is the kind of, like, it's not that impressive, but it's good enough. And we're keeping the cricket around, even though the cricket does not scale super well. That's semi-irrelevant because it getting to level 3 will help a bison scale really well, which would really help us if we can't roll. So, without a pill, it sucks to just say goodbye to you. But I think it has to be done. And probably you too. This is it. The toughest choices require the strongest wills, you know? So we're going to do this. We're going to do this. It'll take time to get where we want it to go. And then honestly, I think, why don't you take some meats? Like Arby's, we got the meats. I lost a little confidence, okay? That dodo is going to be mighty annoying. However, this is good. No, the bee. They didn't even need the bee. Okay, that's fine. They probably rolled. Coward. Did you roll? I bet you rolled, you piece. We're really keeping you around for level 3. That's an important part of the engagement here. Let's just be honest. Every time I go Shrimp Scampi, I get failed. However, there's nothing really else to do here except sit around. So let's try to get a little force multiplier going here. I know this is probably not everybody's favorite play. I would, at this point, maybe purchase a mosquito. I think it's more likely to make a difference with its random hit. And let's give a blowfish, like, a cupcake. There was something in my head was like, if you use a pill, you could get a spawn out of a cricket, but this cricket is like, it's so much more important to us right now. Okay, it's not that bad. It's not that bad. Our cupcake failed us. But, okay, we draw. That's, considering how bad our shop was, I'm not that disappointed. Now here, one thing that's very interesting is the idea of, and you're done, obviously, getting a sheep to level 2 via 2 more sheeps, then pilling it, getting 2 level 2 sheeps, combining them, and then having an instant level 3 ram. Which is not that good, but it's amazing for getting to a bison quickly. I don't know if that's how we're going to roll it forever, but, I mean, I don't even know if we're going to take one right now. We probably are. I feel like you have to take a caterpillar. That's like that's the long and short of that play. We'll spawn a ram. And then, I feel like meat on your blowfish does something for you. This is not that bad of a squad. Considering our buy-sell is, like, so nerfed, because we can't roll, I think this is okay. Man, oh man, if only that killed you, we'd be in a much, much, much better spot here. But it doesn't matter, because this coward probably rolled anyway. Probably used his reroll button, like a genuine gamer. Okay, we gotta think. The food is fantastic. Honestly, you have to go. The only question is, do we slot a worm in here because it scales well? We can feed it food. It will be a 7/7 just by getting fed. I think you gotta. And then, honestly, I guess I'm willing to say goodbye to the cricket in order to 12-12, 9-15 with upside. In order to do this. I'm okay with this. I will say the next thing on the chopping block for us is actually our dog, because it is not scaled well, which makes sense because we can't roll. So, you know, get used to it. This is fantastic news. That it basically could not have gone better for us. Caterpillar's gonna level up, which might make our shop a little bit more viable here. Chicken. We have to. I hate that we have to, but we have to. Goodbye. Buy a chicken. Every time you buy a tier 1 pet, give current and future shop pets +1/+1. That's so insane. I mean, that means you gotta go. Buy. Sell. Buy. This is not smart. Sell. You know what? We'll combine you next turn. Okay. We gotta feed the snail, though. I don't know what we're doing with the snail, man. What the heck? Okay, so now, basically, we did all that for a can. That's not smart. That was not a smart decision. Yeah, we're gonna lose this one easily. Dodo Hippo, very original. Congrats. You come up with that one all on your lonesome. We don't have any tier 1s, which might be good. You know, for my sanity. You get combined. Oh, you gotta buy something first, you piece. 3, 5, 4, 3, 4. Poodle doesn't really fit, but it's not like we have a ton of options. Worm me? You piece of crap. You absolute piece of crap. 3, 4, 3. Jeez Louise, man. I think we gotta try something like this. I'm willing to bet this was probably not the best time to bring the chicken into the meta. Maybe if you had like a swan alongside it or something. This is terrible news. Well, we're done. Like Grumpy Man Gaming, okay? I honestly, I underestimated the difficulty of the no-roll challenge. I'm just gonna be honest with you. Like, this is some crazy business here. How are we gonna get out of it? Obviously, like, our current tact is not, I wouldn't necessarily say is working out badly. Like, we seem to consistently get about as many, well, it'll be the clean masseuses. I was gonna say about as many wins as losses, but I don't think that's true. We might be getting a little bit more in the way of losses than wins. You know what we need? Like, this scaling is fine. I'm not upset about that. But we could really also use... I think we do it like this. Just a puppy. Honestly, if we get a puppy, we have 2 gold remaining almost all the time anyway. The puppy carries us. Maybe we get lucky in our shops. Puppy goes to level 2. We get a caterpillar. Like, I'm asking, admittedly, for, like, the dream team. But, that's okay. You have to try an early dog. Like, a dog that shows up this early, you gotta try it. So, honestly, I would say sell me first. Then buy me. Combine me. Buy me. Sell me. Very nice. Buy me. And I would like to win this round, but let's focus on the long-term future, which is, you know, this dog having the best stats possible would be a nice helper for us. Maybe get a bluebird, go up a level next turn, restock the shop. This is a pretty solid team all around. It's got me mildly frightened. We draw, but we were close to a win. Okay, so this dog, as long as we can keep things moving here, this dog has a genuine chance, man. Honestly, sell me. You're gonna laugh, but sell me, kill me. Buy me. Buy me. Combine me. Buy me. End turn. Okay, we're just staying in. There was an 8/6 dog. The flamingo is very pillable. The scampi, I want you to know, it was only purchased out of necessity. There was no greater, like, situation there where I said to myself, this is the right time for scampi to pop. We're picking up a win against somebody that's going hard in the duck meta. But I'll take what I can get at this point. Honestly, I'm feeding free wins to a lot of people, so getting a free win in return actually feels pretty good. I think you've got to go and you've got to go and you've got to go. So I think we're going to sell first so we get the buff. Love it. Buy. Sell. Thank you so much. You're doing me an incredible service right now. I don't even know if you know. I think I'm going to give you a buff. Then I'm going to sell my shrimp. I'm going to buy a tropical fish, though you may not believe it. And I'm going to use my tropical fish to buff my hatching chick. Because I think the hatching chick is the most likely unit to stick around. The dog, obviously, I want the buff on as well. We're going to buy an apple for our dog. Anything to keep the scaling working. Now we're getting, like, you know, a little attack, a little defense every turn. At least there's some progressive benefit to this. This seems fine. Like, this is a win for sure. If that ox got powered up, things go very differently there, but it didn't. So, probably the bluebird is time to go. The mosquito is not long for this world either, for sure, but let's hope this doesn't buff the mosquito. We really need more dogs, man. Like, that's the big meat and potatoes of this one. Now I would say toss me a bat. The bat can steal some buffs, and honestly, our dog can take another apple. We're right on the edge of this run, like, from mediocre to good. We need to get lucky on our shop. I think it's something I have to, you know, realize here, is that really, in order to win this one, we're going to have to get a little lucky on our shop at some point. We're going to have like a shop that gives 2 dogs or something that lets us go up a tier. Because right now, we're not there yet. So the mosquito has to go. It's just not going to scale fast enough. This is really important. Our dog also doesn't have to be there anymore. It can be there. Which means you can actually... I really want the tropical fish to still hit the dog, though. So you see my conundrum here. Remember, you can't roll. So are we going to buy... I don't know what we're going to do, honestly. Are we going to combine and buy a skunk? That seems plausible. Or we could buy meat for our fish. I think I'll combine buy a skunk. This time, genuinely, we should have bought anything but a skunk sold and then rebought because the money goes down the drain. So we missed 1 stat point as a result. I'm a little scared about 2 deer here, I'm not going to lie. But actually, I think we're going to be totally fine. That's not bad. What is that? 3 wins? 3 wins, okay. This is important. Genuinely, this is very important. Because we see a buffalo, which scales the same way a dog scales. I think it's probably time... Say goodbye to the fish. Buy a buffalo. Say goodbye to the bat. Takes us to 9. Every purchase costs 2 gold once we sell back and gives us 3 stat points. This is 2 for 4. This is 2 for 4, admittedly, but this is targeted, so it's probably a little bit better. What would we like to stick with the most? From these, we would like to stick with the most a flamingo. Buy? No. Buy? Very nice. I think it's more important we get 1 unit up as high as possible, so we're going to keep that dog rolling. Knowing that the dog is going to unscale, the buffalo is going to catch it, if we're lucky enough to live long enough for that to come to pass, at least. Okay. That ox is horrible. It's terrible news. Nothing we could do, really. It's a strong animal. Okay. Bison, sadly, not the right run for it. For now, it's not really the right run for a squirrel either, honestly. A squirrel is like almost, like you can't even take it. Because as soon as you take a squirrel, like your whole shop is food and you can't roll past it. So you got to be mighty careful. I think what we're going to want to do is literally just like buy. And I'm liking my stat points, so applying to the units is most appropriate for. Buy. And then slot a turtle in, like right here. And then end my turn. I really, out of all the teams we've had, this one seems like it's the closest to breaking out. You piece of crap. You piece of crap. Hold on, though. This is still good. Look at this. Okay. The scorpion, it blew me out pretty hard. What is this shop, man? Like, what are you doing to me? We must, at this point, the skunk can go. I think we're literally just like... We want to finish with the deer in front. So, stat points. Can is admittedly tempting. Stat points. But at least we're getting something here. Not a lot. But not a little. I mean, like, this is... I think we've made our team stronger here. That's not to say that we're guaranteed to win. I mean, at some point, I wouldn't mind getting, like, you know, even a second dog would be, like, a sign from the game that they care. Interesting. This seems, not so good, is one way that it could be described. Maybe this isn't so bad, man. We're actually gonna win this one. Yeah, mostly because we got super lucky with the way your HP went down. But look at that, that's 5 wins. Okay, the copium is still running strong. At some point we gotta dump something. I think you gotta say that the hatching chick has gotta go to make space, though it pains me a great deal. While we're here, let's buy some sushi. It hit the perfect animals. $6 gold. I think we want to have a flamingo at the front. It's not necessarily a game winner, let's say, but I think that this is the right way to sort it out. This team is falling further and further behind as a result of its inability to scale up. Now, I mean, this is just, again, I'm not mad, it's just more like... Come on, we're past this. Aren't we as a society? Are we not past, you know, dodo, rooster, hippo, monkey meta? Like, I personally, I mean, I grew out of that when I was like 12 years old, but maybe not everybody's in the same boat. So you gotta go. We have to take the T-Rex. Probably we buy a T-Rex. We need to stay at 3 gold or more. So we can really only buy one thing. The best thing we could probably do is buy a steak for our deer. We can't roll. Might as well chill. Although, I'm like, what about a squirrel to get some food next turn? That's a big maybe for me. If we don't like our animals, we could use our squirrel as like a food reroll. Holy crap, the steak is going to kind of work. Your coconut shield is not going to be that powerful. Dude, this is... There's some hopium. At the very least, we're keeping the dream alive. Do we like our shop? Kind of. We like it because we can do this and then sell a turtle. Buy this puts us on 5. We literally could not buy anything else if we did that. So I think instead we will do like a buy and a sell. And a buy, because we need to stay on T-Rex scaling hours. That allowed us to get some extra space to get some extra buffs. Level 2 hippo, pretty nasty here. Not going to deny it. At least we broke that melon armor. Hold up. That's a draw, baby. Still alive on 6 wins. I can't sell anything to make our gold come back. So, like, you have to go. Now, a second deer, I don't mind it, but I think now is the time to dig a little deep for food. If it's ever going to happen, it's got to be now. We're going to buy 2 chocolates. Incredible. We're going to sell the squirrel. So now we're getting 4-4 on everything. I think we'll freeze a melon for our dog as well. I'm trying to squeeze every single, you know, piece of efficiency that can possibly be squeezed out of this. And we still lose. But better, for sure. For now, thanks for watching. I think we're starting to get there. If you enjoyed it, click the like button. Helps out a great deal. Of course, subscribe if you want to see more in the future. For now, thanks for watching. I'll see you next time. See ya!